Time Lord Victorious is a multi-platform Doctor Who story launching in September 2020 with products and experiences releasing even in 2021. Products such as books, comic books, audio dramas, even escape rooms and games all help tie into the overall narrative of the story. But multi-platform stories can be incredibly expensive. And that's why I've made this series of videos looking at each product as they're announced and working out the cheapest way to experience the story. But today we have received an official timeline for Time Lord Victorious, as well as an official Time Lord Victorious website, which is timelordvictorious.com, where it lists all of the products so far. Now there's a lot to take in with this timeline and a lot of updates, so I'm going to go through the big ones first and then go into some of the other details later on. First of all, I think that this timeline is subject to change as there's no contribution from May's Theory. On the Time Lord Victorious website it does say that there would be games, and we know that May's Theory are working on 2 Doctor Who games at the moment for release in 2021. So the fact that that's not on the timeline means that there will probably be an updated timeline, or the website will be updated when these are revealed. Also, there's no images for the comics which you can find in the Doctor Who magazine, as the covers of these magazines probably haven't been finalised yet, and that's the same on the Time Lord Victorious website. So for our first big announcement, we have Escape Hunt's contribution to Time Lord Victorious revealed, and it is A Dalek Awakens. Now, I gotta say, I'm really unimpressed with this. A Dalek Awakens was Escape Hunt's second Doctor Who escape room, and it was available to play on the 8th of March of this year. That was 1 month before Time Lord Victorious was even announced. On top of that, before today, when they revealed that it is a part of Time Lord Victorious, they've even made a print and play game called The Hollow Planet, which they said is a prequel to A Dalek Awakens. This just seems lackluster, because it seems that either Escape Hunt has made this story A Dalek Awakens and have complemented it with the prequel print and play game, and then the BBC have snatched it and put it into Time Lord Victorious. Or it seems that Escape Hunt was kind of lazy and just threw in one of their already existing escape rooms into the mix. On top of that, if they already knew that it was going to be a part of Time Lord Victorious, why not confirm it when Time Lord Victorious was officially announced a month after A Dalek Awakens? Exactly like Time Fracture did. You get the feeling that if they had confirmed that, and included the Time Lord Victorious logo, and said you can now play the prequel to the full event, which is coming later on in the year, you get the idea that more people would have played it. Or at least more people would have wanted to play it. See, a Doctor Who escape room is a great idea, and I've been following Escape Hunt, and their escape rooms look amazing. I just haven't had a chance to go and try them out yet. But the way that it just seems like this escape room was thrown in there just doesn't sit right with me, and doesn't get me excited like other products have got me excited. Now the prices of this escape room does vary. If you have 4 to 6 players it will be cheaper, and there are discounts for students and over 60s. I've just put all of the prices on the screen. It will be varied for everybody, and of course there's travel costs associated as well. The second big thing revealed about this timeline is that Time Fracture is now scheduled for 2021. Previously, and at the time of recording, the official website of Time Fracture says it's still due out autumn 2020, but it's highly likely now that this isn't the case and that it will be delayed until next year. Another key thing about this timeline is that a lot of the previously announced products now have concrete release dates. For example, Big Finish, usually they don't give a fixed date for the release of a new audio drama, but they tend to generalize and say August or May, what month it's coming out in. But each episode of the Paul McGann trilogy and the short trips does have a concrete release date now. Now, there are a few other things that do annoy me about this timeline and the Time Lord Victorious website, is that when you go onto the Time Lord Victorious products and click on the official Doctor Who Annual 2021, it does say The Guide to the Dark Times, which is what I speculated in a previous video. It doesn't look like you'll be getting any stories or comic books in this annual, just a guide to the Dark Times from Riversong. And the fact that this annual is also part of Time Lord Victorious sort of annoys me, because it is 64 pages long, it's expensive for that price, and if you want to follow Time Lord Victorious, you can expect this guide to the Dark Times to be, maybe 2 pages maximum. For those of you who are following Time Lord Victorious for the story, you will end up paying like £7 for just a couple of pages. And while we're on this matter, on the Time Lord Victorious website, also confirmed are 3 more short stories, but it is confirmed that these 3 short stories, called The Last Message, Mission to the Known, and Exit Strategy, will be in the Hero Collector magazine that comes with the figurines. These short stories are written by the producer of Time Lord Victorious, James Goss, and they are some pages of the magazine, which also annoys me because the cheapest way that I found to purchase the first product was £22.99. So again, if you're following the story, you're paying £22.99 for a few pages worth of story. It's just really not worth it. And this is how multi-platform stories can try and trick you out, making you think like you need to get everything. But besides that, on top of that, Titans Comics' contribution to Time Lord Victorious now has a title. It's called Defender of the Daleks, number 1 and number 2, which is nice because it gives it an episode title rather than calling it just Time Lord Victorious issue 1 and issue 2. So yeah, all this official timeline confirms to me is that my primary story elements that I mentioned are definitely the ones that are more worth the money than what I've called the secondary story elements, which include the figures, the annual, and the escape room. And I've talked about that in a previous video, so go check those out. I've got a Time Lord Victorious playlist on this channel, and I go through the cheapest way to experience the story. So it does seem like we almost have all of the products announced. We are literally just waiting on Maze Theory now. I'm really excited to see what they bring because I loved Doctor Who The Edge of Time, and you can check out my reactions and playthrough of that on our gaming channel, youtube.com/skybotgaming. But I think that it could be a while before we see this announcement, as it is due out early 2021, so we could in for a wait, and other products were likely to release before we get that reveal. So yeah, thanks very much for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure you click like and subscribe for more Time Lord Victorious videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when they release. Stay tuned for more Doctor Who videos. I do them fairly frequently. And if you want to support our channel, you can do so by going to coffee.com/skybotfilm, and you can tip us the price of a coffee. And we use that to get better equipment and make better videos for you guys on this channel. So with all that said and done, thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.